really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at LOVBNEB.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
This is the Adam Carriker Show.
Position right of the quarterback, out of the shotgun, 1st and 20. Jailbreak screen in the air. It is tipped. It is intercepted by Carriker at the Missouri 21-yard line.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, 8-year NFL vet and All-American defensive lineman Adam Carriker.
Shotgun snap to Everett. He's got the left arm going, and now he's got a whole lot of Adam Carriker who rips him down inside the 25-yard line.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Adam Carriker.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Adam Carriker Show here on 93.7 The Ticket. The fastest hour in radio is back. The Adam Carriker Show, the show that gives you unique insight, unbridled honesty. And producer Jake and I have a whole lot of fun in the process. We're going to talk Husker sports, college football, sports in general. It's a freaking loaded show. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, we're going to talk about TJ LaTeef. I feel like that's an appropriate person to talk about at this point. Is that fair? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think we should chat about TJ LaTeef. I want to hear what you fine folks have to say. I got some thoughts of my own. Some Nebraska volleyball updates as well. All right, and I got a whole plethora of notes just sitting here right in front of me. Before we dive into that, light that candle. As a former Husker and NFL player, I'm a bit of a health nut. Hydration and recovery, they do start at home. That's why you should team up with Culligan of Lincoln. Soft water means better showers, cleaner dishes, and it protects your water heater and appliances. Their high-efficiency softener cuts salt and water usage for drinking. At a Culligan reverse osmosis, it's bottled quality water right at your tap. Great taste. And it is certified to reduce tough contaminants like lead and PFAs. Right now, get up to $300 off a whole home system or just $9.95 a month. A month, easy for me to say, for your first 3 months. Schedule your free water test at CulliganHuskers.com. That's CulliganHuskers.com. Culligan of Lincoln, water you love. I did see this clip, and I want to, we can go back to the USC game a million times if we want, but I really want to start to look forward. But this was the most controversial decision of the entire game made by Matt Rule. And so we got an explanation. Why were there 2 timeouts used on the 4th and short? And why did we not go for it? Now, in fairness, if you make the field goal, it's like, we burned 2 timeouts. At least we got 3 points. You burn 2 timeouts and you get no points. And then you don't score again the rest of the game. So it's going to be questioned. He was asked. Let's hear the answer.
Well, no, that had nothing to do with the refs. I thought they should have pumped the clock, right? Because they had shut one of our players down. There was some stuff going on. I just thought they'd pump the clock. And so, getting the play call in, he's using the wristband, getting it out, all those different things, them all being lined up. And so I was yelling at the ref to pump it. Like they pump it. They whatever, doesn't matter. They pump it most of the time, and they didn't pump it. And I'm sitting there. So then he got the snap off in time. So again,
I don't know what pump the clock means. Do you know what that means?
I would think
pump the clock.
It.
Have you heard that phrase before?
So
I don't have my laptop in front of me. While you play the rest of the clip, can you look that up real quick? What that means? All right, and go ahead and roll the clip while you look that up. I didn't bring my laptop today. I got my phone with like 30,000 notes on it. So,
well, according to our old friend AI, pump the clock is an American football term for when a referee signals to reset the play clock to 25 seconds, usually by making a pumping motion with one hand.
Okay, so he's saying he shouldn't have had to use a timeout.
Should have had more of a play clock.
Okay,
reset.
Did you hear the annoyance? Oh, whatever. Just like when a kid doesn't want to listen to it, and I'm not saying he's a kid, obviously, but I'm a dad. It reminds me of when my kid's like, oh, whatever, dad. You know what I mean? Like, just whatever. All right, go ahead. That wasn't the point of that clip, but go ahead.
The snap off in time. So again, I have going, but I just didn't want to I thought we were in good position, and with him on the plus side of 50, I said, I'm going to use this timeout. I'm gonna just settle it all down. At the end of the day, I hate using timeouts. I usually just take the penalty. At the end, I don't know that the penalties hurt us because we still had the ball with a chance to go in, and but it still wasn't what I would have liked. But sometimes when you guys ask me those questions, I'd have to start throwing people under the bus. Well, this guy didn't get this, and I don't really want to do that. So I'd rather just say it's me. But as we sit here now, it's just really like the clock, and I thought the official was going to pump it, and when he did, and I started yelling at him, they had just knocked one of our guys down, and there was an altercation. Like, well, let's just pump it and play football. So.
All right, what's your reaction? What are your thoughts?
It makes a little bit more sense. I do like the fact that he's got, like you said, falling on the sword. A little bit doesn't completely fall on the sword when he tells you that there might be some other factors going into it, but at the same time, like you said, not throwing anybody under the bus. So that's what I would guess too, because it was hard to kind of understand why there would be a timeout other than to argue with the refs. Which, in the history of time, I've never seen somebody call a timeout, argue with the refs, and then get a personal foul thrown from the previous play. So that it does make a little bit more sense. Just need to be better organized, and he knows that. They know that, right? It is you hopefully get better from that situation, because one way or the other, he was going to be asked the question, because you just can't use two timeouts early in the second half in a drive where you don't get any points out of.
I mean, if you use 2 timeouts with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, nobody bats an eye. There's
right.
a kind of a time and a place, to your point. Now, there was another clip that I heard. I just sent you that one. But there was another clip I heard where they were trying to draw USC off sides. They thought they could get him to come off sides. And I get that. I mean, especially when you got an undisciplined team like USC. You want to know who's more undisciplined than USC? UCLA. You watch them at all? I've started to dive into them. They're like dead last in the Big Ten in penalty, dead last in the Big Ten in penalty yards. They're even, them Southern California guys just aren't very disciplined, apparently. So I get that. That's a philosophy I have no issue with. When you end up with a couple of timeouts, and I mentioned it, I haven't seen anyone else mention it, but it looked to me like TJ LaTeef maybe lined up wrong too, because Harburg turned around and said, hey, go line up as a receiver. So maybe that was part of it too. Maybe that's who he was falling on the sword for, so to speak. I don't know. We don't know that for sure. I just thought that was interesting. All right. Maybe this is poorly timed, but I'm staring at something that Michael Severe talked about. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Here's Michael, and I quote, everybody that is a head coach has a weakness or a blind spot. All right, I think Matt Rule needs somebody to help him, end quote. So everybody needs somebody to help him. Every head coach needs somebody to help him. And again, the timing of me going into that, maybe that's a little untimely considering the clip we just played that was not planned. But I guess my thought is this. When you watch Rule, every coach has their strengths. Every coach has something they need to improve on. You go back to Osborne. It was 6 years before he beat Oklahoma, and people wanted him fired. He said the toughest part of his job was convincing, at this point in time, Nebraska fans that 10 wins wasn't a losing season. And if you remember, I've shared this story before. After the 91 Citrus Bowl, all right, it doesn't go so well against Georgia Tech, and they just won 9 games. And he gathers his coaching staff, and he's like, hey, you might want to start looking for jobs. You're going to let us go. Obviously, that didn't happen. We know how the story unfolded, and thank goodness there was some more time allotted and some grace given because it turned out to work out pretty well. Now, nobody's going to get from 73 to 97. Nobody's going to get 25 years. And what did it take him? 22 years before he won the national title, which was how success was defined for Nebraska back then. Those goalposts have been moved. Okay. We used to fire 9-win coaches. Now I'm sitting here saying I'd jump for joy, but I've talked about all that before. So Matt Rule is the beneficiary of that. What I'm saying is, as good of a coach as Osborne was, and as great as he ended up being, there was a learning curve. There was a time period where he had to evolve. He went from throwing the ball a lot in the beginning, if people remember that, to obviously we didn't throw it as much as time went along because we were great on the ground and we went to the option and we did certain things. And defensively, they didn't used to give out scholarships to defensive backs. Did you know that?
I didn't tell you. You said that the other day.
Yeah, they didn't used to do that. All right, and obviously they changed the defense from a 5-2 to a 4-3, and they would move linebackers to DNs and safeties to linebacker, and they went much, much faster up front. It took games versus Miami and Florida State and frustrating games, and at one point 7 straight bowl losses to figure that out. Now, the SEC has fired 25% of their coaches. Have you realized that? 4 out of 16?
I haven't done the math, but it doesn't surprise me considering what we've seen this year.
I mean, the math is mathing. 4 coaches are fired. There's 16 teams in the conference. That's 25%. They have fired LSU, Brian Kelly, Auburn, Hugh Freeze, Arkansas, Sam Pittman, Florida, Billy Napier. We're only into the 3rd day of November. I mean, there's a lot more to happen. And what I'm alluding to, there might be more coaches let go. I don't know. I hope. I certainly hope not. I'm just saying it's the day and age that we live in. Maryland just let go of their football coach. They started 4-0, lose 4 games in a row. Had some recent frustrations in the past few years. He's gone. So there's not going to be the same runway. I'm not even going to use the word honeymoon period because that's done and gone. There's not going to be the same runway. My point is there's a learning curve that coaches need to go through. And Osborne, as successful as he was, there was plenty of question marks. There was plenty of learning curves. I think Matt Rule's the same thing. He has strengths as a coach. He has completely changed how he does a lot of things. He has completely changed how he recruits. He has completely changed quite a few things. And that's because he's trying to learn, evolve, and grow. Now, some things work, some things don't. But if you just keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, we all know that's the definition of insanity. So my point is, yeah, every head coach needs help these days more than ever because of the way college football is. You're not just a head coach, you're a CEO of a freaking company. But I'm curious to see how quickly Matt Rule can improve in certain things, because I would say in-game management is a question mark that's brought up from fans from time to time, when timeouts are used, when they're not, how things are used. And he certainly has his strengths from recruiting. The 2027 class looks like it's going to be pretty good. We'll see how 2026 ends up unfolding for Nebraska. He's certainly a player's coach. Players love playing for him. He's a motivator. And there's a lot of strengths that he has. I'm curious to see how other areas improve and develop over time. And I'm not saying he's got to end up being Osborne, but had Osborne not been given a runway, he never could have turned into what we think of when we think of Osborne. I'm curious to see, what is Matt Rule's ceiling? Is it, hey, you get to 8, 9, 10 wins and that's your ceiling? First of all, got to get there. But second of all, Does it go beyond that? Which obviously Osborne went beyond that, but it took time to get there. Does that all make sense? Kind of what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I do like that take. Every coach is going to have something they need to work on or could use some help with. And yeah, I mean, the patience for Tom Osborne. I just don't know if it would happen in today's day and age, which is really, really telling, right? Because he's one of the all-time greats.
It would not happen in today's day and age. We know the answer to that. It was such a different day and age. You probably know this. He almost went to Colorado after the 78 season. They offered him the job. He almost took it. I think I've shared it here before. He basically said he didn't go because he was telling everybody, hey, come to Nebraska. It's the best place for you. Then how could he leave? Boy, what a crazy way of looking at things. How has changed in coaches' minds? Brian Kelly, Lincoln Riley. I mean, I'm just going to throw some names out there. You know what I mean? People come and go so quickly. It's amazing how things evolve over time. We have, I don't know, indoor plumbing. That was a great evolution. I like going to the bathroom inside and instead of having to run outside when it's 0 degrees in a blizzard. At the same time, some things evolve and maybe they're not always for the best, but you got to go through that learning period in order to understand it. So I believe we have a caller named William on the line. All right, William, how you doing, my friend?
And you're not always for the best. Hello?
William, how you doing, my friend? You're on the air.
Oh, awesome. This is Adam, right?
This is Adam.
Adam, the man. Hey, man, just want to bring back when you're talking about the Maryland game.
Yeah.
You had pointed out that you knew what play was coming depending on how the running back lined up. I took that information to heart, and I've been money ever since. People think I'm a genius. So that's awesome. But in the same game, the commentators were mentioning that Holgerson was still running Satterfield's offense. It switched up the terminology. I don't know if that's true or not. But now that we have TJ LaTeef, do you think Holgerson is going to do something else, to release the Kraken, or what do you think is going to happen? Just kind of want to see what to expect. I'm going to the game on Saturday, so I'm excited. So I just want to see what's going to happen.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the phone call. Obviously, a longtime listener because that was something that was mentioned a while ago. So I appreciate that as well. Enjoy Pasadena, my friend. Hopefully, you enjoy and bring some good luck and get to watch a Husker victory. As far as TJ LaTeef and Holgerson, I think that's the $1 million question is what's going to happen? How's the offense going to evolve? How are things going to change? Because I do think I'm safe in saying there's a 0% chance we're going to run the same offense this Saturday as we've been running under Dylan Raiola. And if I'm wrong in that, I'm 100% confident in saying I shouldn't be wrong in that. So it's going to be an evolution. There's going to be things that are different. The first thing I would do, if he's still on the line or is he gone? He's gone. The first thing I would do, if I'm Holgerson, if I'm Rule, if I'm Glenn Thomas, the quarterback's coach, I sit down with TJ. All right, my friend, what are you comfortable with? What do you like? What plays do you know right now that you feel good with? We're going to start there. And I'm not going to add a million things to it, but whatever we add to it's going to be what you're comfortable with mentally. And then I would add read option. I would add more RPO. Okay, whether it's shotgun RPO, I mean, technically, RPOs used to be called bootlegs. All right, as well, you can hit the flat, you can hit the corner, or you can take off and run after you fake zone left or whatever out of maybe it doesn't have to be I formation, but basically a play action with to the right and you boot to the left, or play action left, you boot to the right. And I will tell you right now, quarterbacks who throw on the run and are going to scramble and throw, which TJ is more likely to do, they're much more comfortable if they're rolling to their right or scrambling to their right and throwing than going to their left. It's just the dynamics of a body. You got to twist, you got to turn. Okay. So most bootlegs are going to have the quarterback rolling out to their right after the play action, and then they can hit somebody in the flat, they can hit somebody in the corner, or they can take off and run. I'll be honest with you, this is a very simple play that I ran starting with my fourth graders, and we killed teams with it. It's so easy. It's so simple. The first read is the flat. The next read, it depends on how you want to do it. If you want to emphasize big plays, then you look at the corner first. But it's a flood route. You can also have a middle route in between the flat and the corner, and it's easy. You go boom, bang, boom, or run. Now, I always started with the flat because they were fourth graders. So it was always flat, and then you went deep. If it wasn't there, any doubts, take off and run. If you have an athletic quarterback like we had, this is something that NFL teams do. Watch on 4th and 1s. Almost always, if they're going to pass it, there's going to be some sort of motion. There's going to be a play action. They're going to hit the guy in the motion in the flat or somebody out of the backfield in the flat. It's like the easiest play in the world to get 1 or 2 yards. But if you're trying to get more than 1 or 2 yards, you can give it to a skill guy and you get yards after catch. You can turn and go. So it's not just because it's simple that you can do it enough with elementary school kids. It's so effective and you can play so fast and you don't have to think much. You just read, react, boom, and let your athleticism take over. You got a deep route, you got a short route, or you can run. And it puts the contain guy in such a stressful bind. You know how I know? Because I was that freaking contain guy. Okay. Cut back, boot, reverse. Those are what we were taught. So lineman blocks down. They're not blocking me because they don't think I can chase the running back down from behind if it's zoned the opposite way, outside, some sort of outside zone. I chase him down a couple times, but not often enough. And honestly, most DNs won't. Why? Because what if the running back cuts back? You got cut back. Boom, that's you. If he cuts back and you're not there, that's on you. You got boot. Quarterback boots, you got to be out to contain him. And then obviously the reverse, if they run a reverse. So you've got to be there towards the inside if he cuts back, because that's you. But if the quarterback boots, so you're trying to read if the running back's got the ball, if he's going to cut back or if he's going to keep it and boot. And a lot of times, a guy like TJ LaTeef might be a little bit faster than a bigger defensive end for me, like I was. Now, we've got speedier guys coming off the edge who are a little bit smaller. Okay, and this 3-3-5 or 4-3-3-5 hybrid, we put 4-man down sometimes. So they can react a little bit faster, but also you're not as big if you're taking on a bigger running back on the cutback. So it puts the contained defender in quite the bind. And you're always going to be a little bit inside out because you got to maintain the cutback first, and then the quarterback's got it. He's out on the edge, and you've got to take a great angle to try to catch him. So just simple little things like that. You can do RP, you can do read option out of the shotgun when you let the end go unblocked and the quarterback reads him. It's pretty simple. If the end goes down to the running back, you pull it. If he goes straight upfield, you give it to the running back. It's very simple things. All of a sudden, it's RPO out of the shotgun. It's the same exact as a read option. But now you're reading the second level defender, the linebacker. If he breaks down, because you've been running the read option. So a lot of times the end will go flat to take the running back on the read option and the quarterback pulls it. It's a second level defender, whether it's an edge blitzer or the linebacker coming over the top. It's tough because now you got space. You got an athletic linebacker on an athletic quarterback, but it's space. The more space there is, the better advantage it is for the offensive player. So a lot of times a linebacker tries to get down as fast as they can, downhill, as fast as they can, because they want to close the gap. They want to eat up the grass, as Bill Bush would call it. They want to get on top of the quarterback before he can get that space and get going. Well, then all of a sudden, boom, the quarterback hits a little slant route over the middle or a little RPO pass over the middle. And so it's real simple little things like that. Like we could run a million read options. We can run a million RPOs out of the same shotgun look where either the running back keeps it, the quarterback keeps it, or he hits the little receiver, not little receiver, but you hit the little quick route right over the middle. You can establish the run with, I don't know, the Big Ten's leading rusher, first 1,000-yard rusher we've had in over half a decade. That makes me happy and hurts my feelings all at the same time to say that. By the way, he did it in 9 games. Think about that. And then all of a sudden you do a little boot and you got flood routes to the side, or he can take off and run. So those are simple things that I guarantee can be put in pretty quickly, ran effectively. I mean, TJ LaTeef, let me see. I got so much to go through here. All right, let me see about, I have his stats. Here we go. 2 years as starter in high school, completed almost 2/3 of his passes, 4,500 passing yards, 31 total touchdowns. He had 8 rushing touchdowns as well. So this is a guy that can threaten you both ways. The simpler you make it for him, the more effective he's going to be, the faster he can play. I think he had, 2, maybe 3 times he put the ball on the ground on Saturday? Yeah. Okay. You know why that is? Because it's a lot mentally. It's a lot on a young man mentally. It's not because he can't hold on to the ball physically. Nobody even hit him on those fumbles. Were any of them contact fumbles? He just lost the ball, right? Like he's capable of holding on to the ball. Make it easy. Make it simple. Let him use his athleticism. He should be out there playing and reacting and not thinking and processing, which you have to do to a certain degree as a quarterback. I mean, don't get me wrong. There has to be a certain level of thinking. You need audible out of this play or that play. You got to process. Okay, but you want to make it as easy and simple as he can and let his athleticism and his ability take over. There was a check that he made. So USC was in a 0 blitz. So essentially what that means, for those who don't know, is they're blitzing at least, first of all, they're man-to-man across the board, 0, no safeties deep. So it's one-on-one, it's man-to-man, and basically they're trying to bring one more guy than you can block. So they're bringing at least 6 guys because we know 5 guys can't go out for a route, the offensive line. So they're bringing at least 6 guys. Now, a lot of times, there's a little bit more that goes into it than that, because if a tight end stays, you've got what we call like a read blitz. So there's a guy who will, like a lot of times a linebacker or a safety will blitz the outside shoulder of the tight end, and if the tight end releases, you've got him man-to-man. But if he stays, now you become the contained blitzer. And the guy who's the inside gap of you outside the tackle, he's still blitzing, but he's no longer got contained because you've got it. So if you keep 6 guys in to protect, you've got an additional guy read blitzing, he becomes the 7th blitzer. So no matter what, you're always going to bring, as long as you make the proper read as a read blitzer, which again is not easy. As long as you make the proper read, you're always bringing one more guy than the offense can block, because the quarterback can't block for himself. But this is where the quarterback is supposed to make pre-snap reads, audibles, and TJ did it. They were bringing a 0 blitz. The bad guys, so to speak. They're the bad guys because they won. All right, they can be the other guys if they lose to us. The bad guys were bringing a 0 blitz. He read it. He made a pre-snap audible into a screen. I've got the snapshot. And Rule talked about it. In Rule's words, he goes, I think we walk into the end zone. And if you watch the play and you look at the snapshot, they have maybe 3-4 defenders that aren't blitzing. We had like 6 blockers. And then the guy catching the ball. Like we would have hit our head on the goalpost. What happened? TJ gets the snap, fumbles it. I don't even put that on him. That's a tough situation. My point is, things like that I expect to be different on Saturday, because he will have repped it. He will be prepared. Not that he wasn't prepared, but it's different. The first team offense, they're going to get more reps than the second team for obvious reasons. The ones work with the ones. Everything's a little bit different. Now, all of a sudden, you're put in a situation that you haven't been in as much. It can be a little overwhelming for a young man. I expect that, like a play like that, he made the hardest part of that isn't executing a simple little screen pass dump. No. It's making the pre-snap read. He did the hardest part. He can physically do the simplest part. And those are the little things that I'm hoping, and I expect to see versus UCLA. I don't expect to see a ton of, like, we're not going to go shotgun 5 wide and put 5 guys out in the route. First of all, he's not going to go through 5 progressions. He needs 1 read and take off. 1 read and a safety valve. If they're not there, take off. It needs to be very simple things that look very similar to the defense. I'm sorry, it's very similar for the offense, but looks completely different to the defense. But you're just running the same play over and over out of a different formation. But it looks so similar that the defense can't tell the difference once the ball is snapped, and it puts them in a bind. So that's how I would approach TJ LaTeef. That's what I assume Dana Holgorsen is doing. The other thing I want to see Dana Holgorsen be creative. He didn't want to change the playbook because he felt it was unfair to the players. He wanted to learn their terminology, keep the playbook the same, and that's how he wanted to do it. In my humble opinion, it's time for Dana Holgorsen to be Dana Holgorsen. And he has a quarterback that is a little bit more similar, not experience-wise, but a little bit more similar physically to some quarterbacks he had at West Virginia. I don't know about Houston as much, but some at West Virginia, a little bit. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Dana Holgorsen not be fancy. I want it to be creative with things that TJ LaTeef is comfortable with. You got any thoughts? And I know you're going to freak out because we're overtime, but that's okay. It's not on you. It's on me.
Yeah, we better go to break pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I think a simple game plan will probably be the best here. Like you said, you've got the 1,000-yard rusher. You've got a defense that's held its own so far against an offense in UCLA that's struggled at times. So I don't think they need to do something. But you did hit on something that's kind of interesting there, because those gadget plays. That's what Lincoln Riley just found a way to score, as Matt Rule kind of put it throughout the week. I haven't seen so much of those gadget plays called for Dana Holgorsen. So I would be interested to see if they add a little bit into that. Might not be the week for it, but who knows?
Their biggest pass play of the game. Oh my gosh, I know what it's called. Hand it to the running back, toss it back to the quarterback. What's that called?
Flea flicker?
Flea flicker. Was the flea flicker. That was their best pass play of the game. I'd like to see a few simple trick plays. So what I described, did what I kind of described make sense? The read option turns into an RPO out of the shotgun. Then you got simple zone right, zone left, which turns into boots and waggles, which is a modern day version of RPO. Used to just be known as boots, and you can hit the flat, you can hit the corner route, or you can take off and run. These are just basic, simple little things. Did that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So for me, you just do those simple little things, and maybe you have what you called 1 or 2 gadget plays. You've got to have plays where you're like, I got to jumpstart this offense if it's not going, and you can pull them out of your bag. It doesn't have to be a big bag. You don't have to be Santa with a million different gifts in it, but just have 1 or 2, maybe 3 of these that can jumpstart an offense if you're having a hard time, just like USC did with the flea flicker. Their best pass play of the game wasn't a typical pass play. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
There's always a new experience to be had at Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City. From events, adventures, wine tastings, or the Discovery Ride, you can never get tired of seeing what the property has to offer. Make a weekend out of it by staying at the Lead Lodge and enhance your stay with their special packages that include luxurious treatment. Learn more or book your adventure today online at arbordayfarm.org.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, that's 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is the Adam Carriker Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Adam Carriker Show. This fine program is brought to you by our good friends at Suizo Construction, where safety isn't just a policy, ladies and gentlemen, it is a promise. Suizo is hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors. You value quality work at a team that has your back on and off the job site. Apply today at Suizo.com. 40 years strong in business. Suizo Construction. Again, that's Suizo.com. SCHWISOW.com, as well as Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest in quality technology and communication services since 1901. Learn more about their residential and business services at HamiltonTel.com. That's HamiltonTel.com. All right. This is pretty freaking cool. So I put a post out yesterday. I have a child who does not have my genes because she's a long-distance runner, and her mom has ran half marathons and has trained for full marathons as well. And so she's kind of killing it in cross country. She's going to go to nationals, and I was just surprised. So I want to say thank you. He just popped in, he drew a picture of my daughter crossing, basically the picture I put out on Facebook and X, if you saw it yesterday. I don't know if you can see that very well. How the camera's working today, Jake?
Yeah, you can see it pretty good.
All right. He drew it or made some art of it, and it's very, very cool. My daughter is going to freak out about that. I know, not great English. I only talk for a living. All right. We are going to be joined shortly at some point. Is he on the line? Yep. We are joined right now by...
Well, we were. He's calling back.
We were. They'll call back.
He'll call back.
Luke Lindenmeyer is going to be on the phone here in a moment. So as soon as they call back in, we will bring them right on the line. So we'll be joined by current Nebraska starting tight end Luke Lindenmeyer. Did you have any final thoughts? Is he on the line? Well, let's talk with current Nebraska starting tight end, a man who's been to the ticket quite a few times, Mr. Luke Lindenmeyer. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good, and I appreciate you taking the time, dude. So talk to me. You guys, obviously, you got a new starting quarterback, TJ LaTeef. You're heading out to UCLA, going to play the Bruins. Big game, big opportunity. Talk to me about the attitude now. You got a younger quarterback, a talented quarterback, but a guy who hasn't played as much as one of his teammates and as an offense. How are you approaching this game with him heading out to Pasadena?
I mean, I think we're approaching it a little the same that we would with Dylan. Is we played these guys last year when they came to our place, so we know what type of game it's going to be. We still got that chip on our shoulder. Remember what happened last year, and I mean, just with TJ being a freshman quarterback, like the whole rest of the team got to step it up another level just to make things easier for him.
I know you don't have to divulge too much, so whatever you're comfortable with. Is the game plan this week similar, or is there a little bit of variance to your typical game plan offensively going into the UCLA game?
I mean, it's going to be probably pretty similar because, I mean, during practices, even with Dylan, TJ would still get reps, ones and twos, and they run the same plays. So he's got just as much reps as Dylan in practice.
As you look at the last 3 games of the year, Matt Rule called it a crossroads. He called it a big opportunity. How you guys, and I know you're going to take it one game at a time, but he did address the full rest of the season just briefly in his press conference yesterday. How you guys kind of approaching UCLA, but also the remainder of the regular season?
I mean, as competitors, like, we want to win every game, and we know the outlook of our season isn't going to end the way that we want to. But the way we finish is everything. Like, we can't control the situation we're in, but we can control how we respond, and kind of just taking that every day, seeing what we can do to not only put ourselves in a good situation this year, but just to win and compete, and then set ourselves up in a good position for next season too.
What's your impressions of TJ so far early on in practice? Obviously, he does practice with you guys, and you've gotten reps with him in the past, but now that he's known to be the starter, and it's a little bit different when you know you're going to start versus, you know, you're getting ready, but you never know if you're going to play in a particular game. So what's your impressions of him so far early on in the week as you guys get ready to play the Bruins?
It just cut off.
Long story short, what are your early impressions of TJ LaTeef as you guys get ready to play the Bruins this Saturday?
Sorry that you cut off.
No, you're good.
Could you say it again? Sorry, I was talking to Seamus.
No, you're good. What are your impressions of TJ LaTeef early on in the week, now that he's going to be the starter? What's your impressions of him so far as you guys get ready to play UCLA?
I mean, we're just instilling belief in him all week. We know we can do it. During the game, I just try to remind them of the Akron game when he came in and did his thing. Like, he's a great quarterback. And he was going to start here eventually. We all knew that. It was just a little bit quicker. So just helping him, doing whatever we can do around him to get him acclimated in his role as fast as possible.
What have you seen from UCLA so far? They're dead last in the Big Ten when it comes to stopping the run. They're actually dead last in the Big Ten when it comes to running the ball on offense, but they've also been a different team the past month. They've won 3 out of their past 4 games. Their last game against Indiana, you know, Indiana's a fairly good team, didn't go great. But what have you seen when you watch game film of them, and what are your impressions of them so far?
I mean, they're all competitors, and they got nothing to lose. I mean, I remember my freshman year when Mickey Joseph took over as interim head coach. I mean, we had nothing to lose, so we were just going out there every game playing hard. And this UCLA team is just the same thing.
Luke, you chance to play at the Rose Bowl too. Very cool, historic venue for college football. Is that something that you're gonna get excited about when you get to go see it, or is it hard to kind of focus on that stuff? Obviously, when in the midst of a season.
Sorry, focus on what stuff?
Oh, just going to the Rose Bowl, like iconic venues like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, playing in the Big Ten is really cool to have those opportunities. I mean, that's why you come to a school like Nebraska, and it's just our job just to keep the main thing. And when it comes to the game, they just get ready to play 4 quarters of a football game and getting the job done first, and then enjoying. I mean, playing in the Rose Bowl, I said, is a lot better when you win. So getting ready for that.
All right, man. We all know you got engaged earlier this year. What's engaged life been like for you so far?
It's been great. A little stressful with the season and school and everything at once. But I mean, Kaylin's done an amazing job of doing a bunch of the planning, getting everything set up, all the save dates, the invites, and all that. She's done an amazing job, just taking a whole weight off my shoulders, and she's loving it. It's awesome.
Well, I've been through something similar. Pardon me a sec. There we go. My senior year, my wife and I got married in December. So literally, see if I can get this right. I had my bachelor party Friday, graduated Saturday, got married Sunday. Then literally a week later, we were in the Cotton Bowl playing Auburn. And then 2 minutes after the Cotton Bowl was over, we were on the plane headed down to Houston for me to train for the draft. So I have been through something similar. And when she I'm going to emphasize she takes over, it makes things a lot easier and a lot better. So I understand it being a little bit stressful, but obviously when she takes over, it makes things a little bit easier. One more question for you. All right. When are tight ends going to get the ball thrown to them a little bit more this year? How do we get that done around here, Luke?
Yeah, you got to block, man. No block, no rock.
Is it that simple? Is that what Dana says?
Well, if you play hard, then they're going to find a way to get you a ball.
All right. You got anything else, Jake? All right. Thanks for joining us, Luke. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Fall is officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and braised tables.
From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your Graze table today at grazeandgouda.com. Graze and Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is the Adam Carriker Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Boom! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Adam Carriker Show. It is the noon hour. As you all know, that means it's lunchtime here on the Adam Carriker Show. And it's sponsored by our good friends at Mulberry Barbecue. Now with two numero dos locations at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, right off of Highway 2 by Lowe's. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Try their burn-in sandwich, a brisket burrito, barbecue nachos, full slab of ribs, a half-smoked chicken, and much, much more, plus incredible sides. Get fueled for lunch today or make dinner plans at Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, just off of Highway 2. All right. Press conference reactions. We're going to go quick here. Offense is still the same offense. Full stop. What? Do you believe that? Because that's what Luke said,
That's
too.
what Luke said, yeah.
Do you believe that?
I guess so. I mean, it looked a little bit different even when he ran it earlier against, Houston Christian. Those sort of things looked like they were incorporating a little bit more read option. But so maybe it's the same offense. You just lean heavily more on some plays that are in the back of the playbook right now.
So obviously there's more plays, but just bear with me. Let's say there's 10 plays in the playbook. There's probably like 1 billion. I don't know. But with Dylan in, you're probably going to emphasize these 7, maybe not so much these 3. With TJ, maybe you emphasize these 7, but not these other 3 that you emphasize with Dylan. Maybe is that what he means?
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to look. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. It's going to look different. I will say this. One of the biggest question marks I have around this season, and I'm not Dana. I don't pretend to be Dana. I'm not Rule. But if he took Satterfield's playbook and learned their terminology, and that was his approach, and that's what he felt was best, he did what he felt was best, I think Dana Holgerson's got to be Dana Holgerson, and he's got to run his stuff. Otherwise, why bring in Dana Holgerson? And in a situation like this, You've got a guy who was built to use a spread quarterback, which is what TJ is, because we're not putting Harburg at fullback. We're not running the triple option like some fans have thrown my way. Maybe for short yardage. I don't know, but I doubt it. My point is I don't want it to be a missed opportunity. That's what I don't want. So we'll see what happens. They could also just be saying what they want UCLA to hear. We'll see. All right. Just wants TJ to be himself. This is Dana Holgerson at his press conference. Everyone needs to elevate, including Dana. I would agree that everybody needs to elevate, including the coaches, which includes Dana. We are a run-first team, and everyone can see that. Do you agree?
Yeah, at this point, yes.
At this point?
Yeah.
Not the whole season?
Not the whole season.
Okay. At this point. That's what matters, right here and right now, right? Okay. We already read that. Have to be more successful throwing the ball downfield. Oh, hallelujah. Preach and amen. Our progressive pass plays are not great right now. Pritchett is practicing. Good to know. Good to hear that that's been affirmed again. Thinks the time off will be beneficial for Dylan. It's a positive outlook on it. All right. Coach Butler gave credit to the players for how well they played. The defense did not lose that game. The defense played well, and I know there was, how do I put this, leaky run defense. Also, USC also ran for their season average. They technically ran for 1 yard less than their season average. Their season average was 203. They ran for 202. But that still has to get better. They must stop the run. Can I say this again? Preach hallelujah and amen. All right. They must stop the run and quarterback scrambles against UCLA. Do you know that Nico Iamaleava is UCLA's leading rusher? I pointed that out earlier this year. You know their second leading rusher doesn't even have 250 total yards rushing this year? 249. So technically I'm correct here. That's crazy. All right, let's see what else we got here. It says we are a young defense, but the older guys have really taken the message to heart. We played to the standard versus USC, except on 2 drives. Will come down to who was more physical. It's a cat and mouse game when you play against a mobile quarterback like Nico. Doesn't want to comment on TJ LaTeef because, John Butler's the defensive coordinator. That all makes sense, tracks, and adds up to me. You got any initial thoughts or reactions to any of that, Jake?
No, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'm intrigued to see. I mean, this matchup with UCLA, how much of is Nico going to be utilized in the running game? He is utilized more often than not, right, in their game plan anyway. But had been early in the season kind of getting double-digit carries. They've called back from that a little bit, but against Nebraska, considering Jaden Mayava had his career rushing day against Nebraska. By the way, that option call from Lincoln Riley really stuck into my gills there a little bit. But in any case, I think they're going to lean on him more than they have in the last couple games.
I can't help but wonder about that as well. USC did not throw the ball effectively at all. Their quarterback completed 39% of his passes. So let's run the read option. Oh, well, Nebraska had a hard time stopping that. So we've got a quarterback who can run. He's wildly inconsistent throwing the ball. So I think UCLA might come out and run a little read option. We'll see what happens there. All right. This was a random, interesting stat. Iron Bowl coaching matchups. I want you to share the non-common commonality with me in this, okay? 2019, Saban versus Malzahn. 2020, Sarkisian versus Malzahn. 2021, Saban versus Harsin. All right. 2022, Saban versus Cadillac. 2023, Saban versus Freeze. 2024, DeBoer versus Freeze. Well, it would have been. It was. Because it's 2025 right now. What's the non-common commonality of all those Iron Bowl matchups going back to 2019?
I'm going to need your help here.
Not a single time. Well, there was not a 2-year span where the same 2 coaches faced each other. Every single year. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, now 25, because Freeze just got fired. 7 years in a row, it will be a different coaching matchup. Either Alabama coach is different or the Auburn coach is different. Dude, that's insanity to me.
It is. Auburn, along with Nebraska, unfortunately, have kind of been the buyout kings of college football. So here we go again with the Tigers.
Is Dabo Swinney going to be coaching the Clemson Tigers next year? What's your prediction there?
Man, it's getting pretty bad there. I think so. I think 1 more year, but he's got to get it fixed next year.
Okay. Far be it from me to call an entire fan base ungrateful, but how can they be that ungrateful? Clemson won a title in 1980. That's their lone title. I only know it because of the team they beat to win it. Okay. You know who they beat?
Nebraska.
Yeah. And then you have this young guy who comes in and you win 2 national titles under him. play for a couple more national titles, win like 1 billion ACC titles, make the college football playoff when it was only 4 teams almost every year. And yeah, it's been rocky ground lately. But man, how is it really going to end this badly? He's 2-1 versus Nick Saban in national championship games. 2-1 in their 3 contests head to head. Oh,
but they've lost 4 home games for the first time since 1998.
Yeah, they're not doing very well this year. And you had them playing for the national title, didn't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was me. Okay. All right. Go in Red Notes. Remember to throw the bones.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska business